Hi friends, David here from Learn Christmas Lighting, and I wanted to just make a quick video going through my display, everything we finished this year, and just show you what it did, show you how I did things, and hopefully give you some ideas and inspiration and just, some basic just structure of how I've laid everything out, how I'm doing power and data and controllers and all that jazz for my display. So the first thing, actually, let's just start. I guess the first thing I'll do is kind of walk through how everything gets communication and how my display works. So I'm going to flip the camera around here. And so the very first thing is that my display is centered, this year at least, around the attic. So up there, right behind that vent that you see on the side of the attic, is a CG 1500 box by Cable Guard. That's one of those weatherproof boxes. And I mounted all my stuff in there just in case there'd be water in the attic. There shouldn't be, and there hasn't been. And that has a Raspberry Pi in it that is running FPP to control my show. Now, truth be told, I'm kind of back and forth about Raspberry Pi. Honestly, for me, it's a lot easier just to use an old computer with Xschedule or Vixen Scheduler, but, it works. And so I'm not thrilled with how easy it is to use. It's kind of more of a pain than I wanted it to be, but you know what, it works. And up there as well, I show it on my permanent Christmas lights video, which I'll link to here. I have a 4-output controller from Advitech, a Pixelite 4 Eco, that powers and controls the roof lights, and also outputs the DMX for the icicles there. So next thing we got is, let's just go left to right. Okay, so I've got some strips here on the side of my garage. They're just a Boscoyo strip. I meant to order white and I ordered black. Don't tell anybody. And I've just used bungee balls right here, as you can probably see, and bungee balled them to either a nail or a hook like this down here at the bottom and also at the top. And what I like about the bungee balls, as opposed to other things, this is a 4-inch one. Longer's better, but short works sometimes, is that, they're just easy to work with. They keep it tense. They keep that tension on things so that the strips move a lot less. And so I really like that about using the bungee ball method. I know it's not as popular as zip ties, but I think they work well. So that is that side of the garage. Then as we come over here, we've got power coming in from the side of the house, just honestly to make it so it doesn't go over walkways. And I control this side of things. Power is through a good old outdoor light timer, so it turns on, within the hour before the display starts and shuts off, an hour afterwards. No big deal there. Then we got the other side of the garage. We've got ourselves the front of the house. So this is one of my horizontal strips and my window and my signs. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first we've got a box here, and inside this box is a Falcon differential smart receiver and a power injection board. I'm actually only using the smart receiver, and that is controlling the props over the garage, over this side of the house with the window on it. Then if we come out front, it's also controlling actually this sign here. And you guys have to let me know if you want more of a tutorial on making a sign like this. I just ordered this laser cut and stuck it to corrugated plastic, Coroplast, as you can see right there, and then built this wooden frame with my finish nailer. But there's other ways you can do it as well. Honestly, it was a really last-minute thing because I wanted a light-up sign. Previously, I just had that one, which doesn't light up, and I think it turned out really great. It actually looks great at night, as you can see in some of my footage here. Sorry about the noise, by the way. We've got a neighbor getting a new roof a couple houses away. And so next, we've got these posts here. This was a last-minute add too. Again, just Boscoyo strip using bungee balls to nails on the bottom and around the ball on the top here. And then we come into the main front section of the house. And so if I step back a minute, I'll show you the whole thing here. We've got our snowflakes, we've got our vertical and our horizontal stripes, and then we've got icicles on the roof line, again controlled by that DMX output on that Pixelite board. And so here, everything is mounted using Boscoyo strips again. The chroma trim for the horizontal stuff and the regular strips for the vertical. Again, I accidentally bought black when I should have bought white. On this side of the house, really, actually, black's better because I painted this year. It was white previously, the rails, the gray. But regardless, we've got that all coming across here, just to show you. We'll come a little closer. And the vertical strips, again, you know, I hang these on the outside, basically, of my post. And so I really like the way that they frame it. And so I just made a PVC pipe there at the top. It's using the Holiday Coro clipping clips. I'll link to those below. And then at the bottom, I'm just using a nail with a bungee ball. And the great thing about it is it really holds that tension well and allows it to not move in the wind so much. And so then the last thing we've got here is we've got controller heaven up there behind my snowflakes. We'll walk around up there. And just to show you guys, and the indoor tree actually, I'll show you that. But we've got various controller boxes up here. My vertical stripes on the house are powered via 5-volt. And honestly, I didn't do the best job with the wiring. It's what I did last year, and I kind of did it fast. But then I've got my F48 from Falcon inside of this box. Actually, we can open it up. And inside I've got a 300-watt Meanwhile power supply. I've got a power distro board as well. And its power supply, everything in there, all nice and happy. And so, with the smart receiver, so it's got the F48 and a smart receiver, all in the same box. And it's, you know, it works well. It works great. Haven't had any problems with it. Again, on a Christmas light timer every night, just starts on its own, and is happy. And then I've got a window here. I've got my power, my timer for this. And then we've got the indoor tree as well, which, just to talk about that as I walk back, I know you can't see it, but the indoor tree, it has a NTEC controller actually that I had around, a Pixel port from them, and a power supply, and it just powers those 200 pixels on the tree. Or maybe it's 100. I don't remember. Last thing is the power of Scotch locks. You hear lots of people talking about them this year, and I continue to talk about how awesome they have been in my display. These things just rock, like, honestly. You know, they're just so much simpler than soldering, so much easier. And, you know, honestly, if you're worried about it, and I'm going to do this when I dismantle my display this year, you know, if you're worried about them pulling apart, because you can physically pull on these and they'll pull out, you can pull the wires out, then I would just go ahead, and what I would do is just put a zip tie like right here and zip tie it real tight. And if you do that, that's really going to protect these from being pulled on, these Scotch locks, and I think you'll be good to go. Alright folks, so I think it's about all I got. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you want to know about my display this year. Like I've mentioned before, you know, I've got a bunch of projects on my chest right now, a lot of things happening, but as we get into next year especially, I have a lot of ideas of videos I'm going to do. I think I'm going to come out with a course as well, and just a way to be able to go deeper and really teach you guys everything about Christmas lighting that you'd want to know, and make it just really easy for you to get started, even if you literally know nothing about this stuff, so that you can make a great display that thrills your neighbors, makes everybody happy, and all that jazz, and is fun for you too. So have a Merry Christmas, seriously guys. That's what, you know, this is all about. It's because of Christmas, and we love Christmas. And so I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next videos as we get into the new year. Thanks.